Welcome to Rhino classroom. This is the second part of our toolbar overview. Now let's start the video. So this is called surface toolbar. Now let's do fillet surface. See, you can see the option fillet surface. Here is the option name. First we do a surface. First we make a surface in front screen. As you see in the first part of our video, I change the color of the surface. First I select the surface, then change the color. Now I change the color. See, now I rotate the surface with an take copy option. Select the end. Now select both surface and fillet it. First, second. See, the surface was take a dome shape. The corner was removed and it take a dome shape. Simply it's called a round type shape. Now again I change this surface layer. Take this, I select the surface and click. See, your surface are fully filleted. Now I joint all. This is the joint option. See, the surface was joined now. The surface was turned into a single surface. Before that, it's all are a single surface. See, 1, 2, 3. There was 3 surface. Now I joined it. See, now it's fully joined in. It's turned into a single surface. Again I delete it. Now we don't do this so much, so it was not used mostly. Now surface offset, this is called surface offset. So first again I do a surface like this. See, there was a surface. Now I change the layer. Color. Okay. See, देखिए ऑफ कर दो ना. Now sorry for some disturbance. Now I offset this surface. I take this offset surface. You see, the option is there, offset surface. Now if you want to upper side of the screen, then you see the arrows are on the upper side. If you want to lower side of the screen, then F enter. Click F and enter. Now if you want to solid, then click solid option. How much you want, like 0.25, then 25, enter. See, the surface was turned into a poly surface. Wait a minute guys, I will come back soon. Sorry guys for waiting you. See, the surface was turned into a poly surface. Control Z. Again, select the surface, click here and take offset surface. Now if you don't want to solid this, then just click how much you want, like 3 mm. Then see, there was a copy of your surface. There was a second copy of your surface, like this. Okay, again F enter to flip. This is turned into a lower side. Now loose, enter. If you want to loose, then this. Again F enter, solid. If you want to flip all, there was the flip option. See, flip. Now 5 enter. See, the surface was turned into a poly surface. Now delete it. Second toolbar. See, if you rebuild the surface, like first make a surface, like here I make a surface. Now I select the surface, then rebuild. See, there was you saw many numbers. Now I change the numbers, like 20. Okay, again 10, 4, it's 3. Okay, and now done. Now I select the option and points on. See, there was 10 points. It must be 20 points. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. See, you can see the width were 20 points and there was 4 points. 1 2 3 4 4 points in length and 20 points in width. Okay, if you want to rebuild the surface, then just select it. This is the rebuild option. See, rebuild, and I will change this option to 4. Enter. Now see, okay. Now if you want to step up or step down, then select the points, step down. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. How much you want? See, sorry for disturbance guys. Now this was the blend surface. Like, first make a surface. Probably I draw a surface for you guys. We all love you, so I make a surface for you all. See, there I draw a curve, and now I patch it. See, now I join the curves. See, the curve was turned into a single curve. Now I patch it. This is the patch option. Patch. You also called it a pack option. After that, the curve was fully covered. See, now I change the color. See, okay. Again, now I select this, the blend option. So we don't use so much option which you see here. They were not probably used mostly, so I don't use those. Now the solid option. See, this is a curve. First you draw a curve. Now how much you want to make this surface, like, see, like -2.4, enter. See, this is 2.4. Again, if I do, see, this turn into a poly surface. There is a shortcut of make a poly surface. Okay, not probably, but it used to make a cube surface or a square surface or rectangular surface which turn into a poly surface. Now I delete it. This is called sphere. See, 0 0 enter, 0 enter. See, this is turned into a ball, or like we called it razy, or see, this mostly used in necklace, jhumka, or something like chokor. See, now I delete it. Again, select this option, center of sphere, anywhere if you want. Here, and see how much your radius was you want, like 2, enter. Then it's turned into a small. See, you can't see this. You can't see this now. Again, 0 25, enter. See, this is 25. Now I delete it. If I change the option of radius and diameter, 0, enter. Now I turn it into radius. Okay, now 25, enter. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. See, this is now 25 in radius, and again I do it in a diameter, like 2 point. Okay, 1 2. See, this is 2.8, and this was one pointed. This Reggie was one pointed and this was one two pointed. This one have 1 point and this one have 2 points. I delete both. Now this is called ellipsoid center. 0 enter. How much you want, like this. No, probably here, 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 here. See, it's look like a egg, right? But this was not a egg. So this was actually used in necklace, chokor, etc. And also it used for murti, you know, murti, statues, etc. like pendant, jewelry pendant. There was use it, but we don't know, we don't use this mostly. Now paraboloid focus. 0 enter. See, this was look like wait a minute guys, this I draw it in a front page. 0 enter. See, we called it paraboloid. Wait a minute guys, sorry for waiting you, but sorry guys, let's start. See, after you draw something, like again I draw this. 0 enter. Cap no. See, after you can't see the cap of this surface. This was make a single surface now. Okay, now I draw a picture like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6. See, this was the curve. Okay, now I select the curve. See, this is the pull option. This is pull into this surface, or this flow is in this surface. This curve was flow in this surface. Now I select this option and select the surface. Now click enter. As now you can see that the surface, the curve which is here, is turned into there. See, now I delete this curve. See, it was take a flow, the curve was take a flow in that surface. Now I delete it. Sorry for guys. Now I make a cone like pyramid. You know, you see a pyramid or a cap, a party cap. This mostly used in jhumka, the fancy jhumka. Now I take this in front. I draw it in a front screen. See, here. Now I draw this here in front screen. See, your ice cream was ready. Sorry for that. This probably used in a jhumka or etc. Now again I draw for you, our friends. I do this only for you. So again 0, enter. 25, enter. See, now F3. See, again. See, but this was not mostly used in our work, so we don't do this mostly. This was called pyramid, inscribed pyramid. Okay, you must draw it in front screen. See, 0, enter. Okay, number of sides, how much sides you want. Like if I want 4, then 4. Sorry for that. Number of side 4, enter. 0, enter. See, it's turned into 4 corner of pyramid. Okay, now enter. Pick a point. Number 3, like this. See, the pyramid was ready. This is mostly used in tops, you know, the ladies top, which was you specially used ladies in earrings. This option was used especially earrings and tops. Now I draw a curve in top screen. 0, enter. See, I draw a curve. Okay, 0, enter. See, this was make a pipe or cylinder, which you want to call it. This was the cylinder. Okay, now I delete it. Again 0, enter. How much you want? You have a diameter paper, or if you want the scale like 25 or 30. See, there was the number of scale 50 or 30, enter. See, this radius was 30. Now I make it a cylinder. See, the cylinder was ready. This was a tube, like pipe, you see, the water pipe or etc. It was like a pipe. First curve of this was the enter of the pipe, and this was the outer of the pipe. See, your pipe was ready. Pipe or tube was ready. Now again I do for you. I delete it. Again 1, first of the inner side. This was the inner side, this, and this was the outer side. Now I make it huge. See, see, delete it. So this was called tube. This was called torus. Torus means like this 1, 2. Especially used as a curry, you know. Wait a minute, guys. So it was used probably as a kadi, as a joint of necklace, a jhumka, or, or as a chokor. If you want two metal to join into another, then you I we must use the kadi. This was called a pipe, single pipe, or kadi. Now I delete it. Again torus. First point, second point. See, it was done. Now I again delete it. The next option is called pipe. Create a pipe. First I have to draw a curve. We must draw a curve like here. See, it was ready. Now I select this curve, take this option, and see, it's 2.5. Enter. 2.5. Enter. It's very small, so I cut it into a piece. Now see, I take this option, select the curve, 40. Enter. 30, 60. Enter. See, the start point was very small and the end point was very big. Now if you want to same size of the pipe, then select the curve, select this pipe option, 40. Enter. 40. Enter. Now again click the enter option. See, both side was same. Let's make into a pipe, solid pipe. The first option which we use, this is tube. See, this is tube. There was a hole inner side, but in this option, see, even in this option there was no hole in inner side. This was also called pipe, but there was a hole in inner side. See, and in this option there was no hole in inner side. Now I delete all. Again I draw a line, a polyline. Sorry, I take a curve. Now I make it a pipe. See, now I make it a pipe. Select this, 20. Enter. 20. Enter. See, the edge was turned into a round shape. It's take a round shape. First take this, now draw. Now see, sorry guys. Now see, I take this option, 35. Enter. 25. Enter. Sorry guys, 25. Enter. 35. Enter. See, the start point was turned into a round shape. It's take a round shape, but you already see that in this option Sorry guys. Sorry guys. See, in this option 20 enter, 20 enter, enter. In this option there was no round gap in the start or end point, but in this option, in after you take this option, there was 10 enter, 10 enter, there was a cap. See, the edge was covered into a cap, a round cap. Now I delete both. To use this tool, it's called extrude curve. You must draw a curve first, like a heart shape. I draw it in a front page, in a top page. Do enter. To points on the curves, select this. First select the curve and click the left of your mouse. See, the points are so now. Now select the middle of point. Now move. This is the move option. See, your heart shape was ready. Now I select this curve and make it into a poly surface. So this is called extrude surface. I don't need both sides, so I off the both side option. It's no. If you want to cover the both side, then yes. Now if you want to delete input, then yes. Now I need -3, enter. See, this is the shortcut of make a curve into a poly surface. Okay, now you can see it's turned into a poly surface. The curve is here. The curve was here. The curve was here. Make it poly surface. See, now I delete it. So guys, now I patch it. I patch this heart shape. As you know, I select the curve and this is the patch option. I patch it. See, I change the color of the surface. See, it was changed. I select the surface and now this is called this was called extrude surface and this was extrude curve. If you want to extrude the curves, then select this option, and if you want to extrude the surface, then select this option. I select this and click here, just like -5, enter. See, your poly surface was ready. Now I delete it. To change the background of your page, click gradient view. Just write GRA after you after you write this, then you can see here that the gradient view was shown in your page. Now click, see, this was your page color was changed. Again if you click the enter, then again it change. So let's do again, come back to toolbars options. Now this is called boolean. What boolean? To use those option, you must make a certain surfaces. Okay, now I move it there. Now I move the options here. Now I make a surface like this first surface, and to boolean or split, I make it a surface. Okay, I make this curve, I turn it into a surface. So I just take this curve, select this, select here. I need this both sides, so I click both sides. Okay, now see, I take this option boolean union, first surface, second surface, enter. To use this option, you must do a poly surface. You have to make a poly surface first. So I make it a poly surface by this. See, I make a poly surface. Now I cut both. I cut the poly surface. So I click this option. I click the poly surface. Take this option. Click it and enter. See, the poly surface was cut it. Again I click the poly surface, take this option, select the surface, enter. If you want this side, then click this option. See, I select it. Now I select the poly surface. This is called boolean difference. Enter. See, if you want both if you want to cut it into two pieces, then select the poly surface. This is called boolean split. Now select the surface. See, you have two surfaces, 1 2 1 2. If you don't want, then again Ctrl Z, click Ctrl and Z both in one time. If you undo the option, then click here. See, now I select the poly surface. This is called boolean split, and enter here. See, you have two poly surfaces which you want, you can use, and which you don't want, you don't need, then select this and delete. Okay, See, this was the left side option, this was the right side option. Now I delete all. This option was not probably used, but both these two are we use mostly to take chamfer or fillet, like I show you. 0 enter. See, I make a collet. I don't need both sides, so I off the both side option here. See, now I chamfer it. This option was called chamfer edge. I need 2.5. You can see there 2.5. The scale was 2.5. Okay, enter. Now I select the inner side, this inner side edge, inner side of this poly surface. This was the inner side of this poly surface. This circle was the inner side of our poly surface. Now I click this and this. Enter. See, the poly surface was cutted. It's mostly used to make a collet, or to cut out ring sides, etc. Ring sides, jhumka, bangles, sides, etc. If you want to cut out, then you can use it. So again, if you want to cut out, then select this. Now I take 4 mm. The scale was now 4 mm. See, the chamfer was ready. Again, I take this option, click here, enter. See, the collet was ready. Now this was the fillet option. Okay, I take this option by left click of our mouse. Now I select here and enter. See, it's turned into a dome shape. If you want more, then I change the scale to into 2.5, like here. See, your dome shape was ready. In the upper side there was chamfer, in the lower side there was fillet. Okay, the fillets was probably used in prongs, in ring shape, to smooth the shape of rings, bangles. Okay, so I delete it. So this is called Boolean union. This option was called Boolean union. Okay, this is called project to surface. Okay, to use this option you have to draw something in your page, like this, and so for you guys I draw a design like this, like this. See, now I project it into a surface. Okay, I project it into a surface. I rebuild the curve. This was the rebuild option. I rebuild the curve. Now I points on the curve which was I selected already. Now I select middle points of those curve and point up and step up to upper side. Take the move option, click here and here. Now cancel. Now you can see that there was two curves in our page, first, second. So I select the first circle and select this and this. Select the curve, this, this, enter. Okay. See, this was ready. Now I project it. This was the project to surface. Now I project this curve into this surface. See, I select the curve. Now I select this option, project there. To project, now you have to select the surface and enter. Sorry guys. I select the curve, enter. Now I select the surface, enter. What's wrong with it, man? Sorry guys. Sorry guys, I again do it for you. 0, enter. Select the curve, project it into here. See, it was projected. And just make a surface, then I select the curve, then I select this option, then here. Sorry, I mistakenly select the other curve which was already projected on the surface. So again I select this curve, project to surface, select the surface, enter. It's now gone to this surface. Now I delete it. So hope you all enjoyed this video. See, you have a surface, right? This was your surface, right? If you deleted your curve, like I deleted the curve, and you can't make the curve in that surface, like if you can't do the surface edge, then you must use this option, duplicate edge. It's called duplicate edge. See, duplicate edge. Now I select the surface edge here, here, here and here. Now I click enter. See, there was in every edges there was a surface. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Select the curve and delete. Now I select the surface. If you want to border the surface, duplicate border, after you click this, there was all border in the surface edges and enter. See, your edges was turned into a border. You have all curves now. Okay, so I delete it now. Mostly you use these 4 options, and now one option is there which mostly we use in our work. This was called ISO curve. So I select the surface and see, if you want to ISO curve, then you must there If you want to change the direction, then which shape you want, V, then this side, again U, then this side. Okay, so now I need V shape. If you want both, then both. See, now I select all curves. To select all curves, then click here. This is the option to select a parts of work, any part of work. To select the curves, click here and select this option. See, the curves were selected. Now I trim it. This was called trim option. Now I trim this. See, now I trim it. Trim here, trim here, trim here. See, it was trimmed. Again, if you want to trim anywhere, then take a iso curve here, here, here. Now select the surface and trim. Sorry, I forget to select the curves. I select the curves. Now I trim it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I joined all. I joined the surfaces. See, the surface was joined. Now I delete it. These options we don't use mostly, but for you guys I do some things for you. 0 enter. It was also same like solid option. Let's see. But there was some edges in these options, so it was also same like solid option. This is the joint option. I do it already, but for you guys I again do this. 1, 2. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I explode it. To join the curves or surfaces, select curve or surface like this and join. See, the single curves are turned into a single one curve. Now I joined all. See, all curves are joined now. To explode, now I explode the surface, explode this curve. This is used to broke any type of curves or surface, so I explode this. Take this option, click here, enter. See, every single curves are broke. I delete it now. So this was called join and this was called explode. This was trim option, so I trim now. To use this option you have to make two curve or surface like this. I make it a surface. See, it was make a surface. Okay, now I trim this side, select it. See, this was trimmed. Again, now I select this surface and trim this side. See, this was trimmed. Okay guys, If you want both sides of this to cut out, then select both and take trim option. 1 2, see. Okay, this was happen in trim option. Now I split the curves. See, this was a single curve. Okay, now I split it. Take this option, take point option. 1 2 3 4 5. Now see, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, this was used for split, but the curves was not deleted. See, they are already in the screen. If you want to join again, then select all and join it. See, now I delete it. This was called group option. If your work was not joined, you can't join your designs like this. Like I make a poly surface. Okay, I make a poly surface. I make a poly surface there and here. I make this. See, now I group both. To use this group option, you have to select all and click here. See, both are into a group. Now this both are in make a group. Now I delete it. To ungroup, to explode, again ungroup this, select this, and this was the ungroup option. So both are now the single surface. 1 2. Again, if you want to group both, then select both and click the group option. See, this was now make a group. Now this was points on, so I click here, 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 here. Okay, now I select this and points on. This option is used for see the points. Now I move it here. See, I select the points and move anywhere you want. Now I delete it. This was called controls. To smoothly control your curves, you must draw first a curve. Now I rebuild it into 10 points. Okay, now I use this option, control points on. See, the points was here. Now I take move option. See, to draw smoothly and make a smooth design, you have to use this. Okay, now I delete it. This was the text option, like this was my name, I write. Okay, now I object this into my page, like bold. If you want to bold, then bold, italic, then italic. If you want to change the style of your word or letters, then I like this option, like here. Okay, So I project it here. Now I draw this. See, now I draw this. I take polyline one and see, to use this was the text option. If you want to make a name pendant or etc., then you must use this option. Okay, this was called move option. This was move option, like that is your object. Okay, this was your object. To move this from here to anywhere, like this, anywhere, you must select the object or your work, then select this option and click anywhere you want. Okay, this was called mirror. To use this option, if you want to mirror your work or design like this, select your work or design, take this option, 0, enter which side you want, like this. You have a second copy of your work here. This was called mirror option. If you want to again mirror this, then end here, see, and here, see. Okay, this was called mirror option. See, mirror. This was called array polar. So first I do a little thing, 0, enter. Now I draw a marcus here. I mirror it. I mirrored it here and here. Okay, now I array polar it in this circle. Okay, I take array polar option, center of the circle, 0, enter. How much I want this marcus, like 7 or 8, how much you want, you can enter. Then enter the degree, which degree you want, like 360 degree. If you want, then 360 degree. See, again, if you want, 0, enter. Sorry for waiting you guys. Now number, like I want 3, enter. The degree, 180 degree, enter. See, you know, this was 180 degree, the single line was 180 degree. So the marcus design was turned into one side. Okay, again, if you want, 0, enter, 3, enter. Now you want in 90 degree, then 90, enter. See, this was in 90 degree. Probably you know, as you know, this was 0, enter, 0, enter. This was 90 degree, you know that, right? So after you click the 90 degree option, this was making 90 degree. This this marks copy into 90 degree. This is called array polar. Okay. Okay guys, mostly we use this four options. This is called copy option. Okay, to copy your work or design, you most this is so this was your work. Okay, this is your work. Now I select it and copy here, 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 anywhere you want, here, here. Okay, this was called copy option. Now I rotate. This was called rotate option. This is 2D. Okay, to rotate here to anywhere, I rotate it like here. If you copy and rotate it, then click here and click the copy option. Now I click here, see, again here. Okay, this was called rotate option. If you want to in 3D, then click the right click of your mouse. Now here in 3D view, here, 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 see, again click here, here. Now I need a copy, then click here, here, here. So as you can see that I have a second copy of our surface of our work, anything. Okay, now I delete it. This was called 2D and 3D option. There was also 1D option. To use this, I make a surface first. I make it a surface. I select it, enter, enter. Okay, now I make it 2D. I select the poly surface, right click, 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 click. See, it's turned into a small size, but the lower size was same. Now to change both sides, then you need to 3D. Then click here, here, and here. Now both sides were small, turn up into small size. There was also 1D option. This was 1D option. Okay, to use 1D option, you must take the mid of your work, then take it like this. This is used to 1D in one side of your surface or work, of your curve, anything. It's used to one-sided. It's probably used to one side, make smaller or bigger. You can use 1D option. This was 1D option. See, scale 1D. This was scale 2D. This was 2D. This was 2D. This was and this was 3D. Okay, to use this was 3D option. Now I select it and enter. See, every side was going to be smaller. like this. Okay, now I delete it. If you don't know the scale of your line, your curve, your polysurface, your surface, then see this. I select the curve. Now I need to know the scale or diameter of this curve. So I click here. See, there we show length option. So we click the left of our mouse and you can see here the length of our curve. Okay, if you have any naked edge, then click the polysurface. And so I just see there was total 12 edges: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, there was total 12 edges. There was no naked edges. Naked edge means if your edges were not joined, then there was show us that how much naked edges are here. Okay, now I delete it. Okay, now our video was ended. Thanks for watching our video. If you like this video, then like us. If you are new in our channel, then subscribe us. If you want to know more in our channel, then comment us which type of video or which type of design you need, or you want to help, you need help. If you need help, then contact us. My name is Kishan Patra. This video is edited by me. My name is Kishan Patra. So we meet in next video. Meet you soon. Thanks for watching again. Okay, goodbye, take care, have a good day.